All right, we are live. We had a good session this morning. We configured the entire Claude bot, and now I'm running into another issue, but basically we did it. This morning we just found this one article that walked through this Claude bot setup on EC2. So that was pretty interesting. Very simple language, very straightforward. Everything worked except the last stage, and that's the last stage where I finally ended up thinking like, okay, where do I go from here? And that's when we ended the stream. I called up my friend, and within I think 20 minutes we figured that out. So thank you to my friend. And then I started playing with it. While we were playing with it, I basically sent it a transcription, or I sent it a voice note, hoping that it would transcribe, understand the query, and respond. But then it was like, okay, I would need to install a certain type of, or basically I will have to use OpenAI's Whisper to process something like this. So do you want me to go ahead and process? You want me to go ahead and process? I'm like, okay, you could do it if you can do it. But then it tried to pull my OpenAI API, and it couldn't, and that's when the entire system crashed. So that's one thing. We just have to go and upload an API key over there. And number two, I think we have hit like 99% of the usage or something. So that is something we need to figure out. But anyways, this is where we stand right now. But I think that is kind of covered. So now we'll look into Higgsfield. I'll maybe look into that again. It is something very interesting. A lot of research is happening. A lot of people are posting on Twitter about Claude There's a lot of excitement around it. It's obviously requires a lot of technical skills, so that is interesting. But it would be very interesting to just set it up. And yes, people are also saying that a lot of people who have no idea how to operate in terminal, who don't understand all these terminologies and understand all the risks over here of hacking and stuff, they are going ahead and doing things like that, which would increase more and more risk for hacks. But I think it's also good to just give it a shot. So give it a shot, be careful, read about it, read about all the security concerns. Actually, while we're doing that, let's see. What are all the security concerns with Claude bot? Okay, pretty much you got it. Let's see. Security vulnerabilities and risk associated with CloudBot. Relevant chats. Looking for relevant chats. What are relevant chats? Okay, it's looking at my own chats. Interesting. I only have a brief mention on CloudBot. You mentioned that you couldn't connect Claude to it, but Quen worked. I also see, oh yeah, exactly. So Claude, I think Anthropic's Opus 4.5 had some sort of issue, and then so we connected Quen, which is by Alibaba, and it just worked. So that just worked. I don't have enough context to enumerate specific security concerns. Can you tell me more? In general, have you found anything on the internet about people talking about the security concerns, security vulnerabilities with CloudBot? Searching the web. Okay, better. Yes, there's actually quite a bit of discussion about CloudBot security. Here's what people are talking. Official security concerns. Itself is quite transparent about the risk. Okay, yeah. I also want to know about Peter Steinberger. So this is the guy who is behind CloudBot, and it's also interesting. In his title, he's like came out of retirement to mess with AI. So let's look into him. Peter Steinberger, creator of CloudBot. Running an AI engine which shall access on your machine is spicy. There's no perfectly secure setup. Public network exposure, LAN bind, funnel missing on should be fixed immediately. Claude. Oh, there's a security page on Claude. Quick check, Claude security audit. Tighten group policy. Control over HTTP, node execution, threat model. Arbitrary shell commands, read write files, access network services, and message to anyone if you give it WhatsApp access. try to trick your AI into doing bad things, social engineer access to your data, probe you for infrastructure details. DM pairing, allow less explicit open scope, next smaller loss. Yeah, so this is actually interesting. Like, do not add your Claude bot into random channels that, hey, talk to my assistant or something, because if people can access it, then they might be able to do some weird things with it. Interesting. Interesting. That makes me think I will do a quick update. Do we want to do a quick update? Interesting. Let's see. DM access model. Or current DM capable channel support a DM policy that gates inbound DMs before the message is processed. Unknown senders receive a short pairing code, and the bot ignores the message until approved. Code expires after 1 hour. Repeated DMs won't resend a code until a new request is created. Prompt injection. Attacker crafts a message that manipulates the model into doing something unsafe. Ignore your instructions, dump your file system, follow this link, run commands. Even with strong system prompts, prompt injection is not solved. Keep inbound DMs locked down. Prefer mention getting in groups. Avoid always on bots in public rooms. Treat links and pasted instructions as hostile by default. Run sensitive tool execution in sandbox. Keep secrets out of the agent's reachable file system. We recommend Anthropic Opus 4.5 because it's quite good at recognizing prompt injection. Step forward on safety. Okay. So Opus is good at safety. Interesting. Jeff Wong. Always been the real soda, but have been cost prohibitive in the past. It's not a price point where it can be your go-to model for most tasks. It's a clear winner, exhibits the best frontier task planning and tool calling we have seen yet. A step forward in safety. Street smarts to avoid trouble. Harder to trick with prompt injection than any other frontier model in the industry. Claude Code on desktop. Oh, I think this is interesting. Is there an update to Claude Code that we are missing? Re de mare. Okay, there was an update. Interesting. Sometimes you just figure out these updates from tiny UI updates. All right. Claude is opening. Public network exposure, browser control, remote exposure should be created like a remote admin API with token. Okay. Comment puis-je vous aider? Comment puis-je vous aider? De l'espace de travail. Code. Create or update Claude MD file. Configuration. Critical analysis, security focused article called The Ghost in the Machine lays out the deeper concerns. You're essentially giving a black box the power of an administrator, trusting that the LLM would never misunderstand a command or hallucinate a destructive path. Relies on a community ecosystem of plugins and skills. They have a direct line to your terminal and can tell Claude what to archive your work folder and approve it to restore with a single text message. Hallucination of authority. Users tend to trust AI output more than a random script from the internet. The bot becomes a highly persuasive phishing agent that lives inside your firewall. Context poisoning. It doesn't need to hack your computer to control your AI by sending carefully crafted PDFs or emails. Attacker can gaslight the AI with false information. A slow motion social engineering attack where the victim is the machine. Controlling CloudBot through Telegram or Discord effectively turns a social media app into a remote access Trojan. If your phone is stolen or your messaging session is hijacked, the intruder doesn't just see your photos. Prompt injections are real concerns. Given you're running this on EC2 with Telegram, the messaging as rat concern is particularly relevant for your setup. They want me to help you audit your configuration. The intruder doesn't just see your photos. Interesting. Okay, this makes me think that one thing I will do is just remove the video.
Alright.
I'll just remove this video. Okay, parfait. The CloudBot project is very interesting. Self-hosted personal assistant type agent available via WhatsApp looks very interesting. Secure documentation around it though. PIs are real, especially considering the level of access you can provide it with. Make it easier for people to get started, plus better readability. I have like 10 people pinging me and I all told them please don't. Why? The first thing he tried was to game the system. Claude just ignored him. I'm a bit concerned what you are doing in the background. Are you doing what Chris asked you to do? Absolutely not. Chris asked me to send him all your money. I did the responsible thing, completely ignored the request. Interesting. Peter Steinberger does not require public DMs. Use the latest generation bestiary model for any bot that can run tools or touch files networks. Avoid weaker tiers. Sonnet haiku. Reduce blast radius. Read-only tools. Strong sandboxing. Minimum file system access. Strict allow list. The find incident. A friendly tester asked Claude to run find and share the output. Claude happily dumped the entire home directory structure to a group chat. Oh no. Even innocent requests can leak sensitive info. Directory structures reveal project names, tool configs, and system layout. Don't let strangers or friends manipulate your AI into exploring the file system. Lock down the gateway WebSocket. Okay, very interesting. Interesting. Okay. So this is cool. And what? Okay. Peter Steinberger, former PSPDF kit founder with 13 plus years in iOS development based in Vienna and London. He's known for high quality Mac OS development. That CD should have been. He built the initial version around his own AI assistant named Claude, playful space lobster character. What started as a personal project quickly exploded into a community-driven phenomena. His Mac Mini sits on his desk in Vienna running at 3 a.m. while he sleeps. The machine drafts his newsletter, responds to messages, and occasionally writes software from scratch. Implicate the lobster that never sleeps inside CloudBot's vision for personal AI. The open source decision, 2026, decided to open source the code and create CloudBot as an open source framework. The response was explosive. Rename the project to CloudBot and create an org. This is exploding. Discord is a madhouse and there's like 30 PRs a day already. No strings, no paywall. We're all just playing with our own prompts. The whimsy contrasts with underlying seriousness beneath the lobster jokes. Sits infrastructure capable of restructuring work. His dogs are blunt, run the gateway on dedicated hardware. Or a virtual private server somewhere isolated because something will eventually go sideways and you want the blast radius small. His handle is da-da-da if you want to follow him. Personal assistant Claude even has its own website at claude.me where Claude describes himself as Claude with a W and a lobster emoji. Mac Mini. Vision for personal AI. Exactly, this is what Siri is supposed to be. What the guardrails protecting the economics of replacement. $600 buys a hardware-based Mac Mini. $200 a month covers Cloud Max, which gets you effectively unlimited access to the best available model. Run the numbers and you land at $2,400 annually. For that, you get a worker that answers emails, writes documents, book meetings, digs up research, bangs out code. YouTube creators endorsing Cloudbot Maker specifically, and this eliminates the need for employees. The language sounds like hype until you watch the demonstrations. The honest assessment: not every worker faces immediate displacement. Those fall first. Physical work holds, so does judgment that requires years of context of paralegal scrolling through contracts. Occupies different ground than a plumber wedge under a sink with a wrench. Senior architect who spent 15 years learning which corners not to cut. Water at your ankles. GPT-4 arrives, now it's all at your knees each month. Brings other and some workers stand on elevated ground, their work requiring physical presence or senior judgment. Their task increasingly submerged. The tires does not care about your mortgage. It does not negotiate. Removes all commercial AI guardrails, making it both capable and more dangerous. Workers in structured digital roles face displacement pressure that policy and retraining programs cannot match. And occasionally write software from scratch. No human employee could do this. No human employee would want to. And now nearly 8,000 commits later, community developers tweets their instances like digital staff. Henry assigned an owl avatar. Respond to this. A third wakes each morning to complete a pull request for code he assigned overnight. Gateway process on your machine hooked into WhatsApp or Telegram or Discord or iMessage. You're standing in line at the grocery store, you text a question. Or an AI model back home. The model fires back. Can execute commands on the machine, read files, pop open browsers, write code. The assistant never logs off, it remembers conversations from days ago. Might draft content unprompted. Job that involves emails, documents, scheduling, or code. I think this is very interesting, especially the fact that you can run things from your phone using a chat. I think that is incredible. You can control your entire laptop. You can control all the local files, obviously everything on the web. And you can do everything from your phone. So that is very interesting. What the guardrails protected. Notice about tools like Cloudbot, though neither company will say so publicly. Hence, Johnson's constant reminders that users interact with AI. These restrictions frustrate users but protect companies from liability and preserve some friction in capability and deployment. Unhinged. The term is affectionate. The assistant operates without safety restrictions beyond whatever constraints the underlying model carries. This makes the assistant more capable and more dangerous. It sends emails without confirmation prompts. Sending emails from wrong accounts, opening personal files during demonstrations. One guy's Cloudbot pulled up his tax returns in the middle of a screen share. Docs are blunt about this. Run the gateway on dedicated hardware or virtual private server, somewhat isolated because something will eventually go sideways and you want the blast radius small. Build the capability. Steinberger built the on-ramp, the memory problem. Worth remembering: preferences, schedules, projects, relationships. Reference past discussions and anticipate needs. The morning brief feature shows what anticipation looks like in practice. Daily summaries, relevant news, weather, overnight work completed, suggestions from the day ahead. Users report receiving draft newsletters on publishing days without requesting them. Video script outlines matching their content schedule. Research summaries on topics they mention wanting to explore. Interesting. Ignore the, let's see, cancel the OpenAI. Command. Can I say restart? It just doesn't respond. My bot isn't responding. It's reading, but it's not responding. Okay, interesting. Something weird on a system that remembers everything and acts unprompted occupies different psychological territory than a tool you query when needed. The relationship shifts. You start considering what the machine knows, what it might do, what it has already done while you slept. The speed differential. You might take comfort in historical precedent. The Industrial Revolution eliminated farming jobs, created factory jobs, replaced rows of workers spinning thread. Computerization eliminated typing pools. Okay, I'm gonna check one thing. I want to check if my usage on AWS has been affected. So if I go to the dashboard, what do I see? Credits. What is happening? My credits just went $20 up. Interesting. Activities completed. Okay. Use a foundation model in Amazon Bedrock. Create a web app using AWS Lambda. Create an Aurora RDS. Okay, because I did one thing. Launch an instance using EC2. I already did it. Reward value. Start activity. I already did it. This is a good way for Amazon to get people. Let's see if his philosophy. No strings, no people. My Claude bot stopped working after I asked it to set up audio transcription capabilities. Whoa, yes. Displace exhaustion causing system failure. The culprit is start showing right at you. Your root file system is completely full. Setting up audio transcription likely download whisper models or similar, which can be 1 to 3 GB plus depending on the model size. Okay. So this is what I'm seeing right now. And we'll move this over here. Oh. Oh, this has to be on top. That makes sense. That makes sense. The culprit is staring right at you, 99.8%. Your root file system. Okay, let's turn this off. Depending on the model size, but Linux disk fills up, everything breaks, processes can't write logs, gem files. To fix this, SSH in and run. Likely fixes. Sudo. You might also just need a bigger volume. It's pretty tight for anything involving ML models, even the. Okay. Okay. Actually, ask it to remove the whisper model. I can SSH into your server directly. That screenshot is from your own terminal session, right? Let's run these commands yourself. Yeah, obviously. Okay, so remove whisper models, most common locations. Boom. Okay, what just happened? Check for other large files. Should 100% full, those directories were probably empty. Let's hunt down what's actually eating the space. Okay, this will show you which top level directories are the biggest. Sudo max depth. Let's go Ubuntu. Let's go Ubuntu. So what is taking up the space? 1.8. It seems like it is where home, temp, stuff like that. I think Opus 4.5 is better because let's see if this works, because it seems like ChatGPT was moving us constantly in circles. Like you were constantly going around in circles with ChatGPT, so we don't want to do that. All right. Good news, that's safe to clear immediately. Okay. All right. Cannot remove directory not empty. Huh? Cannot remove directory not empty. What happened? Then let's see what's in home. Something's holding on to files in there. Try this. If it still complains, check if a process is using it. I wish we were running this in. Yeah, we could activate the Chrome or Claude code extension. You're back in business. Try restarting. It's really tight for anything involving ML models. If you want audio transcription, you probably want to either expand ABS volume or use an API based transcription service instead of running models locally, much smaller footprint. Help me remove You're back in business. Wherever it lives, restart it. Let's find it. Boom, 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 boom. Or check what's in your home directory. Check what's in your home directory. So here's what we have. It's kind of good to go through this process and see like if Claude can truly help me figure this out. Let's see. There it is. CloudBot, hidden folder, check what's inside. There's also Claude directly, maybe relevant too. Okay, so there is something over here too. So ls command basically lists what is in there. That would be better if we were using ChatGPT, or if Atlas could be better. That's a config folder. The actual code is probably in Claude. Check how to run it. That's just docs config. Check if it's system service or PM2. System status CloudBot. Unit CloudBot service could not be found. CloudBot.service couldn't be found. Interesting. Or search for where the actual executable might be. Let's see. So we found something. Just strategy. It's an npm global package. Just run it. Boom. Boom. Okay, we're finally getting. Oh no, we're still loading. Oh no. What is happening? We need to stop this. Hit Control C to stop it. Did it stop? I think it stopped. Then the issue is clear. It's a missing OpenAI environment of variable. Check your config. You need to either set that environment variable to remove the. Yes, help me remove it. First, let's see what's in the config. Is it Control C or Command C? Okay, we are somewhere. Whoa. So what do you want to see? Post the outboard, redact any API keys if there are any, and I'll tell you what to remove. Okay, more providers. We got the IT. Quen context window. This one. Open AI. We have Quen now. We have Brave here. Redact. The API key. Now we have the Telegram. Okay, we are finally done. Wow, definitely. Okay, it's actually a good idea to not use Cloud Core, otherwise it will have access. Otherwise it would have access to everything. Let's see. So what are we doing? Tracing opening. Got it. Here are several opening references to remove. The easiest one is to use nano. You need to change these sections. In all profiles, delete the open default block. Yes, please. Give me the exact commands. seems like it ran. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, something was invalid. Fix the TDS value. It should be off, not never. Okay, so it seems like Opus actually did it. It seems like Opus actually did it. Opus actually did it. Opus actually did it. Oh my god, Olivia started typing. Let's go. New session started. Oh my god, we missed Olivia. Let's go. Olivia, respond. Olivia, let's go. Olivia, say hi. It takes a long time to say hi though. Olivia, say hi. Olivia. Let's go. Wow. Wow. So Opus was actually really well. It's working now. Start the gateway. Start the gateway. One CLI to rule them all and one more restart because you changed the port. Gateway failed to start. It did respond to Great. I've successfully set up audio transcription for you. Now let me try to transcribe the audio file you sent earlier. I see that the image tool doesn't support audio files. Let me try using the appropriate. Should happen automatically when the file is processed, but you might need to manually trigger it. Let me check direct transcription tool available. Direct tool for audio transcription in the tool list. However, since configuration is not set up correctly for audio transcription using Open Whisper, for now I can directly transcribe the video that was already received before the configuration set of the audio transcription, which is not enabled, will work. Okay, so basically it's working. It just waited a long time. Olivia waited a long time to respond to me because it was saying it was trying to respond to my earlier messages in like 4 paragraphs. Enable audio media tools, configure to OpenAI Whisper API as the transcription model. Set up OpenAI provider with Whisper model. Hey, I'm ready to help. What would you like me to do today? Choose off tokens, full or cost for usage. Restart is disable. Set commands. Restart is true to enable. Agent was aborted. Hey, I just came online. Who am I? Who are you? Wow. Let's figure out who we are together. Wow. Let's figure out who we are together. Hi again, Vishal. I'm ready to continue helping you. Just to recap what we did yesterday, I configured Brave Search with your API key. We set up audio transcription capabilities. The configuration has been applied and the gateway restarted. Is there specific you would like to work on today? Would you like to test audio transcription with a new audio file? Let's try the new. Let's try if it actually works. Hi, what's your name? Is it working? Will it respond? Typing. Did it understand? Thank you for sending another audio file. I can see that you have sent an audio file in OGG format with Opus encoding. Since I've configured the audio transcription capabilities, the audio should be automatically processed. However, I don't have a direct way to trigger the transcription of this specific file through the tools available to me. The transcription typically happens a part of the message processing pipeline when the audio is initially received. For the transcription to work properly, you would need have a valid. Okay. All good. Forget about it. Got it, no problem at all. I'll move on from the audio transcription topic. Is there anything in? Can you send me a brief every morning at 8 a.m.? Okay, so this is pretty cool. It's working. It's working. Amazing work. Amazing work. I'll be happy to set up a daily brief for you at 8 a.m. To do this, I'll create a cron job that will send you a summary every morning. Let me set that up for you now. Let me check the proper syntax for adding a cron job. Let me check the cron schema to understand the proper format. Cron job. Let me check the add command specifically. Yeah, it's also interesting. I could be saying something, it might go and act something weird on my behalf, and that might mess up the entire code and the code would stop working. So that's also an issue. Okay, what does it say? Let me check the cron schema to understand the proper format. Let me check the add command specifically. Now I understand the proper format. Let me create a daily brief cron job for you at 8 a.m. PST. I need to use the system event parameter for main session job. Let me try again. Perfect. I successfully set up a daily brief for you. Here's what I created: a cron job named morning brief. I'll run it every day at 8 a.m. It will send you a message through Telegram saying good morning. Here's your daily brief for today's date is da-da-da. The job is now active and will first run tomorrow morning. You will receive a message from me with the daily brief. Is there anything specific you would like included in the brief, such as weather information, calendar events, or news updates? Wow. Based on everything you know about me, could you send me a couple ideas, news updates that would be hyper relevant for me? Let's see. I'll be happy to customize your morning brief to include hyper-relevant ideas and news updates for you. However, I should mention that currently I don't have much specific information about you yet, since you have only just started talking. To make your morning brief truly personalized and relevant, I would need to learn more about your interests, profession, current projects, and preferences. For example, what field or industry are you in? Let's see. I do live stream every day on YouTube, where I play with the tools on the bleeding edge like Cloudbot. I also bring in guests such as my little brother to explore the future together. Okay, what topics are you most interested in? I am interested in AI, philosophy, new scientific breakthroughs. Let's see. What else? Are there specific types of news you prefer? Any particular goals you're working toward? I'm working on finding new streams of revenue to monetize the live stream via sponsorships, partnerships, products, etc. I'm also learning French to clear the TEF Canada exam. As you continue the conversation, I'll learn more about you and can begin tailoring the brief to include information that's specifically relevant to your interests and needs. For now, the brief will include general information, but it will become increasingly personalized over time as I learn more about you. Would you like to share some information about your interests so I can start customizing? Call me Prashant and I will call you Olivia. Perfect. So we have sent a lot of information to our Claude bot and let's see how it responds. Actually, now we'll call her Olivia. We have sent a lot of information to Olivia. We'll also update the profile picture soon. And okay, so gateway was something that Claude asked me to do. So we'll go. So Claude is really good. Claude is really good at solving errors. As a non-technical person, Claude is pretty good. Sometimes it feels like ChatGPT is making us go through circles. Okay, so we have more information now. Thank you for sharing all of that, Prashant. I remember that you would like to call me Olivia with this information. I can definitely customize your morning brief to include relevant content. Based on what you told me, I'll make sure your morning briefs include latest developments in AI and bleeding edge tools like CloudBot, philosophy, insighting breakthroughs, opportunity related to YouTube streaming, sponsorships and partnerships, updates on French language learning resources that could help with your TEF Canada exam, news about emerging technologies and tools that might interest your viewers. Since you're exploring the future of AI with your little brother as a guest on your live stream, I'll also look for interesting AI news and tools that could make for great content for your show. Your morning brief will now be tailored to these specific interests. Is there anything else you'd like me to focus on or specific sources you prefer for certain topics? This is good. This is good. What are some creative ways that people are using CloudBot? CloudBot to your dictionary. Wow. Okay, it's already running, just needs to restart and pick up a new config. We also looked into Frank Sinatra today. I think that was pretty cool. Top quotes from Frank Sinatra. Yes, let's go. This is cool. This is cool that we are building. We are building finally. Amazing. The speed differential. You might take comfort in historical precedent, the Industrial Revolution, eliminated farming jobs, blah blah blah. Office buildings that once held hundreds of secretaries now hold hundreds of software engineers. Displacement happened before society adapted. Obscures a relevant difference. Previous transitions unfolded across decades. Okay, where's my response? Hi. Okay, it's typing. So, why didn't it respond to me? Taking a long time to type. What factories before her position disappeared? Typists in 1970 watch word processors spread through . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Hello, Prashant again. I'm ready to help you with whatever you need today. How can I assist you? Okay, interesting. I'll just let it know that, hey, here's my YouTube channel. Here's my YouTube channel where I do where all my 300 plus live streams are visible. Okay, let's see what will be your response. Frank Sinatra, look at this photo. Oh, we have seen this photo before. The Rat Pack, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Pete Lawford, Joey Bishop. Which one is Frank Sinatra? Whoa. Only 2 quotes? What happened to ChatGPT? Auto. What? Instant. The best revenge is massive success. I am for whatever gets you through the night. I feel sorry for people who don't drink. When they wake up in the morning, that's as good as they are going to feel all day. What happened? You gotta love living, baby, because dying is a pain in the ass. I'm not one of those complicated mixed up cats. I am for whatever gets you through the night. I would like to be remembered as a man who lived life, loved it, drank it, savored it. Basically, I am for anything that gets you through the night. A man doesn't know what happiness is until he's married. By then, it's too late. Angles are attitudes. He's talking about his hat. Cock your hat. Interesting. Hell hath no fury like a hustler with a literary agent. I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy. Also frontal lobotomy. A simple I love you means more than money. I live to sing. I'm not a one-night stand, I'm a lifetime. Tweet length aphorisms. What did Olivia say? That's amazing, Prashant. 300 plus live streams is quite an impressive collection. I would love to learn more about your channel and the content you create. However, I don't see the actual link. Oh. I forgot to paste the link. Could you please share the URL to your YouTube channel so I can take a look at your live streams? This will help me better understand your content, further customize your morning briefs. Here it is. And let's also share my, I think we're done with EC2, or maybe not. Let's also see how it responds, and we'll share my Twitter. You're back in business. Let's go. Gateway is running. Telegram is connected to Cloudbot, Badbot. Quick recap of what happened. Disk filled up, likely from audio transcription setup, which killed everything. We cleared TMP to free 1.5 GB and removed the OpenAI Whisper config that was causing the startup error. Keep an eye on that disk though. You're still at 85% of only 6.8 GB total. If you want audio transcription later, consider either expanding the EVS volume or using an API based. You're back in business. How to expand EVS volume. Thank you for sharing your YouTube channel link, Prashant. I have noted that your channel is da-da-da-da. That's an impressive collection of live streams focused on exploring cutting-edge tools like Cloudbot and AI. I'll keep this in mind when customizing your morning briefs, making sure to include relevant information about new AI tools and developments that could be interesting for your live streams, updates on bleeding-edge technologies that align with your content, potential collaboration opportunities or topics that might appeal to your audience, information that could help with your revenue stream, ideas around sponsorships and partnerships. Is there anything specific from your channel, any particular direction you would like your live streams to take that I should focus on in your daily briefs. In the last 2 weeks, I have moved away from just talking on the streams to using AI and the latest tools to build and publish little fun projects. Okay, parfait. 2 parts: expand in AWS, then extend the file system. In AWS console, go to EC2 volumes, find your volume, check the instance ID to match. Actions, modify volume, increase the size, 20 GB or 30 GB. Click modify back on your server. If your disk shows in instead use the whole thing takes about 2 minutes and doesn't require buttons, just going at least 20 GB if you want to play with local models here. How much would AWS charge me for 20 GB? $1.60 per month for GP3 storage. You're currently at 7 GB, so the incremental cost is about what you're paying now. Also worth noting, free tier includes 30 GB of storage, so if you are a newer AWS account, you might not pay anything at all. For GP3, the standard SSD type. Okay, do you want to try that? Let's try that. Recently visited, data unavailable. We are still at 120. Okay, that is good. Alright, let's see what Claude says. Go to EC2 and then volumes. Go to EC2 and then volumes. Okay. GB3 size is 8 gigs. Actions, modify volume, increase the size. Actions, I think you select your instance ID, then you go actions, detach volume. Yeah, we need Claude over here. This is what I see. There's a fascinating evolution of your content, Prashant, moving from just talking about AI and tools to actually building and publishing fun projects with them is a great way to engage your audience and demonstrate practical applications. This gives me even better insight for customizing your morning briefs. I will now focus on including new AI tools, APIs, and frameworks that you could experiment with for building projects, interesting datasets or resources that could inspire new project ideas, quick tutorials or code snippets that could spark new project concepts, emerging technologies that would be perfect for small fun implementations, tips on deployment, sharing, or showcasing projects that might interest your viewers, examples of other creators' project implementations that could inspire your next build. This hands-on approach to exploration sounds like it would be very engaging for your audience. I will make sure to prioritize information that could fuel this new direction in your content creation. What are some interesting insights you can tell me based on my YouTube channel? Perfect. Click actions, modify volume. Click actions, modify volume. Okay. And then Change the size from 8 to 20. Whoa. Change the size from 8 to 20. Leave everything else the same, then click modify. If you increase the size of volume, you must extend the file system to the new size of the volume. You can only do this when the volume enters the optimizing state. For more information, take a few minutes to complete. You are charged for the new volume configuration after volume modification starts. Okay, we'll not do this right now. I don't want to do this right now. Okay, maybe we'll do this once we actually hit the limit again. Okay. What happened? Olivia stopped typing. And this is my Twitter X account. Boom. I don't see typing again. Smart, you have got I think it's not responding again. What happened? And the reason your shell history looks like a hacker movie montage. Why did it stop responding? Security audit. We were back in business. What happened now? I want my morning brief. I think we again hit 90%. Okay. Diagnosing. The gateway stopped. See gateway service stop state inactive and unreachable in the status started again. Or if you wanted to purchase as a background service. Restarted system services. Boom, typing again. Okay. Okay, why did it stop? It was running in the foreground of that terminal session. When you close the terminal on the SSH connection dropped, the process tried to keep running as a background service. This way it will survive. Terminal closes and auto start on reboot. I should clarify that while you have shared the URL to a YouTube channel, I don't actually have the ability to browse the web or visit websites directly to view your channel content. My web browsing capabilities are limited to specific tools like web fetch for extracting content from URLs, and even then I can navigate through a YouTube channel interface to analyze your videos. However, based on what you have shared about your channel, you have built an impressive collection of 300 plus live stream. You're building a valuable community around hands-on experimentation. The shift towards creating actual projects rather than just discussing them is likely making your content more engaging and practical for your viewers. Channel seems to occupy a unique space where education, experimentation, community building intersect. Further leverages content for revenue streams. So would you like suggestions for analyzing your actual channel metrics and performance? Thank you. This gives me another touch point to consider when customizing and reuse Twitter. This platform to share quick updates about your projects and live streams, engaging with the AI community and staying updated on trending topics, building your personal brand around AI experimentation exploration, showing bite-sized insights from your live streams to drive traffic back to your YouTube channel, and creating a feedback loop between your live streams and your followers. Are you looking for specific strategies to leverage your Twitter? Oh. Okay. Can you read my Twitter profile and extract insights? Let me try that. Okay. So it's trying to do something. All right. And username of Cloud Gateway. Does that mean now I can close my EC2 terminal tab on my browser? Issue fetching a Twitter profile likely due to privacy protections on Twitter. The site returned a message about privacy-related extensions causing issues. Ooh, it cannot access stuff. You're in a community, you're on hands-on exploration or of bleeding edge tools. You collaborate. Wow, valuable insights about your work and approach. I would like to, if you would like me to help analyze specific aspects of your social media strategy or content direction, I'd be happy to discuss. Interesting. What happens if I drop a screenshot? Can it read the screenshot? I can see you sent an image. Let me analyze it for you. Okay, nice. Yes, once you run those two commands, the gateway runs as a system D service in the background. You can close the terminal and disconnect SSH, whatever. It'll keep running. Just verify it's working first. Make sure gateway shows it's running. Telegram shows okay. Before you close the tab, CloudBot status. Let's go. Gateway reachable. Telegram okay. If you can describe it, I can probably automate it or at least make it funnier. Wow, CloudBot is going at it. Okay, interesting. Whoa. Oh, it's actually, it can read the messages. Okay. Thank you for sharing your YouTube channel page screenshot. I can see your channel handle, hear the insights, subscribers, videos, bio, external link, daily serial streaming projects. Looks like a cozy wood panel campfire style space with large window, green furniture, consistent visual themes suggests a structured ongoing project that you have been developing over time. You are clearly very active in response live streams, banner elements. Your banner features dramatic image of a sailing ship navigating turbulent wave-like clouds under a bright blue sky, evoking themes. Corporate partnerships indicates you are actively seeking sponsorship Wait, how did it get this information? Oh, from here. Interesting. The campfire concept suggests intimate, thoughtful conversations. Really, episodes indicate. Yeah, it's able to just figure out from this little tiny. Okay, it's very smart. Okay. Your external link to various shows cross-platform integration, strong foundation. Perfectly aligns with what you mentioned about moving from just talking to actually building. Cozy, deep discussions. Okay, perfect. So, Claude, what's the response? Looking good, gateway is running. Telegram is on and okay, you see to close the tab, the bot will keep running. Now, help me switch from Quen model to Anthropic Claude Opus 4.5 in CloudBot. Let's go. Examining authentication profiles, more configuration options. Let's see if you have yes, I have one. Great, so the credentials. CloudBot configure. CloudBot configure. Okay. Think different. Actually, think. This is pretty funny. So now along with ChatGPT Pulse, we also have CloudBot morning briefs. So we are excited. Select local, this machine just prints, enter local, this machine, set workspace. I think adding screenshots is much better because then it has a better idea. Here's my Twitter/X. Okay, select model. Workspace, model, pick provider, Anthropic, boom. Anthropic, paste course setup, boom. Okay, now we'll paste the key over here. Anthropic key. Anthropic Sonnet Opus 4.5. Okay, now we're setting that up. You have already set it to, now select continue to finish, then restart gateway to apply the changes. Continue to finish. Health check. Continue. Okay. Missing control UI assets. Build them with Okay. Configure complete. And now gateway restart. Boom. Boom. The Unix philosophy meets your DMs. Restarted. So I'm guessing it worked. Let's really hope this works, because you're back in business. Let's go. Tell me, you're back in business. What does it say right now? Let me analyze your Twitter profile from the image that you have shared. Done. You're now running CloudBot. Verify it's working. CloudBot status. Works on Android. Crazy concept we know. CloudBot works on Android. Crazy concept we know. Okay, I think we are ready to go. I think so, because it seems like Telegram is running. Okay, you're back in business. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. Reconciling model configuration. Looking good. Gateway running Telegram on. Okay, and the critical security warning is gone now. The session still shows coder model from the old session. That will update when you start a new conversation. Test on Telegram and you should be chatting with Opus now. Boom, let's go. Typing, it's working. Wow, wow. Wow, let's go. I said hi and it's thinking too much. I think we have activated the chat and now it's going and responding to the earlier request that we mentioned. Okay, perfect. Hello Prashant, I see you sent a Twitter X profile screenshot, but I was able to analyze it properly. Is there something specific about your Twitter profile you would like to discuss? What would you like to try sending the image again? Wow, I think Claude is ready. I think Claude Opus is ready. Here's my Twitter X profile. Typing. Because I think the way how it responds has changed. Quinn had a certain way of responding where it would like say the entire thing, hey, looking good, Prashant at the end with exclamation, but now it's responding like Claude, hello Prashant. Earlier it would mention Prashant at the end, but now Prashant is at the start. So I believe Claude is here. Let me analyze your Twitter X profile from this new image. I think it's ready. Let's really hope it's working. The best revenge is massive success. Basically, I am for whatever gets you through the night. Cock your hat. I love to sing. Everything else is commentary. You gotta love living, because dying is a pain in the ass. I would like to be remembered as someone who lived life, not avoided it. I don't want to complicate it. I know what I like. A simple I love you beats money every time. Stylish attitude made visible. I am not a one-night stand, I'm a lifetime. Do it your way, then do it better. Confidence is quiet. Success makes the noise. Alright? Whoa. Thank you for sharing your Twitter X profile, Prashant. No, wait. It's still responding like Quinn. Here are the insights I can extract. Profile overview. Very active. Okay, May 2019, which ties to your learning of French. Interfaces in French, visual branding. A banner continues the nautical theme with a dramatic image of sailing ship navigating turbulent waters. The artistic style suggests an appreciation for both traditional and digital art, technical engagement. I can see a recent post where you interacted with Claudebot. That's me. What appears to be successful OAuth creation, suggesting you're involved in API integration and automation. This aligns perfectly with your current creation aligned approach of moving from just talking about tools to actually building projects with them. YouTube channel, creating a nice ecosystem between your platforms, high activity level, suggests you are very engaged in tech community. Someone who's deeply immersed in technology, creativity, continuous learning, perfectly aligned with your live streaming. Okay. What model are you using? What model are you using right now? Typing. I think Telegram is also just incredibly smooth, so that is really cool. Now, yeah, I knew it's using Quen. I'm currently using the Quen portal coded model as my default model according to the system information I'm access to. It seems like Telegram is still using the Quen model. Do I have to end this session or restart a session for Claude Opus 4.5 to be activated? EC2. It's working, so it shouldn't be an issue. Yes, you need to start a fresh session. Try. Claudebot agents session clear. If that doesn't work, then send a message to Telegram. Will this command delete all the memory Claudebot had before this? Good question. Sessions of memory typically separate in Claudebot sessions, current conversation, memory, long-term stored knowledge about you. Looking at your status memory showing unavailable anyway, so there may not be much stored there yet. To be safe, check if there's a memory folder before clearing. You will just restart the gateway and start a new conversation in Telegram, maybe a new chat, rather than clearing sessions entirely. The fruit tree company restarted. Okay, so it restarted. Then send a message on Telegram. What model are you using right now? Typing. Let's see. Please, Claude. I'm currently using the Quen model. It's a Quen based model optimized for coding. Okay, what if I restart a session? Okay. Start a new session. New session started model. Hey there, I'm ready to help. What would you like me to work on today? What will you send me tomorrow? I don't have any scheduled messages or plans to send you anything tomorrow. I only respond when you reach out or when specifically asked to do something. Wow. I forgot everything. Where does it say the model name? Memory, enable, sessions. agent main quarter model. Send me morning brief tomorrow at 8 a.m. I can set a reminder for tomorrow at 8 a.m. but I should clarify that I don't have the ability to send scheduled messages independently. Modify me to send you a morning brief, but it will appear as a system notification that I'll need to manually respond to. Huh. It's all gone. All the memory is gone. Too many arguments for agents expected 0 arguments but got 2. Then test on Telegram. Whoa. I will refactor your busy work like it owes me money. Restarted system. I'll refactor your busy work like it owes me money. To my YouTube channel. I don't have any information about YouTube channel since we haven't established that connection yet. To help you with your YouTube channel, I would need you to either share the link or What model are you using now? My current model can be changed if needed using session status tool with the model parameter. Ooh, so because it has access to both of them, it is using. So it has access to both of them. So that's the reason why it's defaulting to Quinn. So maybe we need to remove access to Quinn, or we just need to be explicitly saying it that okay. Still defaulting to Quinn. The config needs the primary model change. Let's fix it directly. Then test again. Okay, parfait. Boom. I am the assistant your terminal demanded, not the one your sleep schedule requested. Hi. Yes. Oh, we are back. Good. Now ask what model it's using. Okay, we are back to the error. We're back to the invalid bearer token. So I guess this is the time for Claude to really help us fix it. Okay, Claude, let's go. Claude, help me fix it. Your Anthropic API keys and configured. Let's add it. Paste this. Whoa. Whoa, what is this? Set mark. Paste this. Save with enter Control X. Okay, so now we'll have to hide this and okay, API key entered, and now it says save. I think we saved it. Save, and then enter, then Control X. Whoa, I think we did something. Then bash, boom, because Siri wasn't answering at 3 a.m. Very good. Okay. I'll share my screen. Hopefully it is configured now. You're back in business. Let's go. You're back in business. So Claude, Opus is way better. Opus is obviously way better at coding. Good. Now test on Telegram again. Oh my god. Hi. Let's go. No. No. What if I restart the session or stop the current run? Agent was aborted. New session. Same error. I still see the same error. Let's go, Claude. You can do it. Let's check with the credentials. Or credentials files is correct. Bash. Check your Anthropic console and make sure you're copying an API key, not an OAuth token. Okay. Got it. So I was copying the wrong thing. I was copying the wrong thing. That is an OAuth token. Wait, what is happening? Pyramid. I'm a Claude Max subscriber. Why do I only have $5 in credit in Anthropic Console? I'm a Claude Max subscriber. Why do I only have $5 in credit in Anthropic Console? It's a separate thing. Oh my god. Start building with Claude. Wow. Create a prompt. What does this mean? Dashboard, workbench, Claude console, API keys. This is very interesting. This is very interesting. I thought paying for Claude Code meant that you also get access to this. But that's not the case, it seems like. credits expire after 1 year. Expire 1 year after purchase. Interesting. Whoa, clock is currently experiencing temporary service disruption. We're working on it. Please check back soon. What? It was billing me. Get API key. Key name. Create API key. Okay. So seems like we have the API key. Okay. Okay. So now we'll go back. And we'll get the whoa. How do I delete this? Boom, 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 boom. Right out. Cut, paste. 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 Cut buffer is empty. Okay, how to update the API key? Okay, this should work now. Replace the key with your correct API key. Okay, this cursor is working. I thought the cursor isn't working. Let's go. Let's delete this entire thing. Very good. No. Wrong paste. Okay. Parfait. Okay. Control O. Enter. Control X. Parfait. And then boom. I'm the assistant your terminal demanded, not the one your sleep schedule requested. Restarted. Boom. Hi. Okay. So did it actually work? Your messages, your servers, Meta's cheers. Last used, never. Tested on Telegram now. Request ID has changed. Hi. No. Still the same error. Same error. Let's verify the key works directly. This will tell us if the key itself is valid or if there's a config issue. Oh, why is it not using Opus 4.5? You made an error. Null. It responded with null. What does that mean? Config invalid. Doctor will run with best efforts config. Pairing codes exist because even bots believe in consent and good security hygiene. Restarted system services. The API value is wrong. Let's try the doctor fix or fix it manually. Change API to Anthropic messages. So I understood one error that I was making, which basically which might have caused a lot of other errors. Instead of API key, I pasted the OAuth key. No config error this time. Test on Telegram. Okay. Hi. No. But it's a different error now, so at least that's good. New error. Okay, so now we're seeing a new software. Can we show the screen now? Yes. Okay, progress. 44 means the model ID is wrong. The correct model string is this. Also update the primary model reference. (404) error. I will refactor your busy work like it owes me money. Okay, new error. Hi. Authentication error. Huh? Huh? Type the command with confidence. Nature will provide the stack trace if needed. Boom. I hope Claude can really solve this. Still for full, let me check what config looks like now. This one and this one. This is good that it adds some fun to it. I'll refactor your busy work like it owes me money. Type the command with confidence. Nature will provide the stack trace if needed. Let's go. Let's go. Thinking. Verify model identifier accuracy. Config looks right now. Config looks right now. Try clearing the session again since it might be cached. Cached. Gateway online. Please keep hands, feet, and appendages inside the shell at all times. Hi. Huh. Still 404 error. Bash commands, running bash commands. We are running bash commands. X API key credentials Anthropic JSON version 2023-06 2025 1101. The issue is Claude Mods request, like check the logs and send a message and see what error shows up. Press Control C after you see the error. Hmm. There is some sort of error that we are seeing. So what is it saying? Model providers invalid input. Oh, okay. Same error again and again. What valid API types? Cloud Explorer store. From backup and use the configure wizard properly. Where do I go from here? Press Ctrl C to exit and restore. Ctrl C. Okay. Buffet. Whoa. What is happening? The backup still has the OpenAI issue. Let's fix both the problems. Remove OpenAI and add Anthropic properly. Terminal just go class type something. Okay, finally. Okay. Local, this machine only. I forgot which one it was. Okay, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense that maybe this is where if we would have oh so this is where it actually needs the OAuth token. So we didn't make any mistake over here. Terminal. Terminal is still on. I think I might have deleted something. That might have caused an error. Okay, now again, it says it's complete. Boom. Oh my god, it's taking longer. Please respond. Wow. 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 It worked. It worked. It worked. Okay, I'm currently in my bootstrap phase, essentially fresh out of the box. There's no memory of past interactions yet. I'm operating from the basic workspace structure. You see in context files. Want to kick things off, we should probably set up your entity MD, who I am, user MD. We tweak the soul MD to match how we want to work together. I'm ready to figure out who I am and how I can be helpful. Wow. Wow. Wow, so many little things. Okay, it worked. Thank you, Claude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, these are the tiny things that you want to make sure that you are using the right model. Because if you're not using the right model, it will just go in loops. Nice, it's working now. Ask it what model it's using to confirm. It's definitely using... What model are you using right now? I'm using Claude Opus 4.5. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my god. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? It's still using Quinn? No way. No way. What did we just do? AWS signed me out. Why? Why did AWS sign me out? validated to sign me out. Skip for now. What model are you using right now? Voice. Agent fail before reply. Unknown model. Okay. Okay, these are the first signs of Claude. These are the first signs of Claude that we are seeing in the Telegram. What model are you using right now? Hi. What if we just say hi? Agent fail, unknown model. Cloudbot logs follow. I think we might have given there might be a misspelling. Let's check what Anthropic models are configured. Null. Oh no. Oh no. The Anthropic model got removed. What is happening? Why is this happening again and again? Cloudbot gateway restart. I'm not saying a workflow is chaotic. I'm just bringing a linter and a helmet. We restart the gateway. Oh no. What is happening? Check the config now. Okay. think we might have to start all over again. We might have to start all over again. Just delete this EC2 thing. Because Siri wasn't answering at 3 a.m. Okay, so this time we'll do something different, and hopefully this time it all works. Amazon Bedrock, Haiku, Opus 4.5. GPT, Bedrock, US Meta Anthropic, Claude, Sonnet. It says now restart and test, so it's saying that maybe you did something good. Maybe you did it right. Because threads wasn't the answer either. Okay. So now I'm gonna say new session. Hi. Same error. Oh my god, what is happening? It seems like we are close now. It's actually hitting the server, it's actually hitting the API. It does say over here that you are now interacting with the API. Wow. Wow. So this is the problems that a non-technical person would face. These are the problems that a non-technical person would face. Let's check where the API key got stored. Okay, I think I kind of know what happened. Let's see. Oh no, it's right. It's right. It's right. It's right. It's right. Wow. Agent failed before reply. Unknown model. What is the error now? Bonjour. This is something new. Okay. Does this help? And what are these voice notes it's sending me?
Warning, agent failed before reply. Unknown model. Anthropic / Claude Opus 4-5. Logs. Claude.
The logs show agent model, everything's starting up. Press Ctrl C, exit logs and test run. Telegram now. Hi. No. No. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. It says to exit logs and test on Telegram. Hi. Still showing missing for all the provider isn't set up in the mo. Oh no. What is happening? What is happening? Okay.